Okay, this is violets. These pretty little purple flowers that y'all see laying in your yard, especially next to your dandelions and other whatnots. So these are the violets. And we got some girls over here picking violets for violet jelly. Anyhow, when you pick violets, you just want the flower top, just the flower petals. So you gotta pick the stem off. Let me see you doing it there, Maya.
I'm picking the grass out. But...
So, yep, just pop off the top of it. Just get the stem. There you go. Not the stem.
The
Leave
bowl.
the stem. And these will go into a violet jelly that you have to steep and stuff for making tea. But you need 2 cups of just flower petals. But there you go. And this is another one of them floral jellies that you do by foraging. Okay, straining the dandelion, or not the dandelion, dang it, violets.
Ooh, Gage, your favorite.
Look at that. That is such a cool color because, you know, the violets are purple. That is so cool. Huh. And then you got a real dark color down here. And how many cups we got to have for the recipe? 3? Yeah, so it is right at 3 cups, if you can see it through the thing over there. That's the 3 cup marker. Yeah, a little over, smidge over.
Okay, now.
And 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And watch what happens to it. It's super duper cool. Do you have to stir it when you do that? Do you stir it?
Probably.
Because I stirred it the other day when I done mine. And it still amazed me.
It's turning purple.
Look at that. And there's your violet jelly.
The beginning's really good.
Yeah. It's really cool. So now we'll put it in the pan and start cooking it up. This was after it steeped overnight in the fridge. Okay, so we put the violets and the lemon juice into the pan. Then we have to add our box of pectin to it. This is your pectin. This makes it thickened. And it's just a white powdery looking stuff that gets dumped in there. And boil 1 minute. And you can see that it's purple because it's turning that pectin there purple. So once it boils 1 minute, then we will add the sugar to it. So while we're waiting on it to boil, we'll just come back to that. There you go, look how dark. Okay, so she's a boiling now. It boils 1 minute with the pectin and lemon juice in it. And then after the 1 minute, you add the sugar. But that is your full rolling boil that you gotta have. Alright, add all the sugar at one time.
3.5 cups.
Which is 3.5 cups of your white sugar. Stir it in, and when it comes back to a boil, it goes 1 more minute of a full rolling boil once it starts again after the sugar. And then when it's done there, you pull it off and we'll fill up the jars. Which, by the way, this is a hot jelly, so we have jars in the oven here. See them in there? That's 200 degrees. It keeps the jars hot, and then they'll go directly into a hot water bath canner. That way, there's no shock to the glass, and it's good to go. So, once you get this going, it'll be 1 more minute. Okay, so you can see you're at a full rolling boil. So she hits the timer for 1 minute, and then she stirs constantly. And then when 1 minute is up, we will pop it off of here and fill up the jars. So it does get frothy, foamy like, but it's all good. It'll go down. Okay, so here's your jar lifter. This is your handle here. It's plastic, kind of roller like. Down here is your rubber grippy parts. That is rounded. It will go right around the edge of the jar. And that's how you reach in and you pick it up this way. So I'm going to get the jars out of the oven. Crystal overran the pan, so it's a bit smoky up in here. In case y'all are wondering what that haze is. So anyhow, we're putting these in little jars because they don't make a lot of jellies here, batch don't. And it's a lot to take on. So little jar in here. They'll be nice and cool. I'm going to get them all out. Okay, so you see, she's got the jelly. We're just ladling it in. And you take it up to about 1/4 inch of headspace. So if you look at this jar here, it's you got your ring here on it, and it will go around, and you follow it down. This is about a 1/4 inch here, so you got 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. Spin it around here. That's about your 1/2 inch, and you get plumb to the bottom of it. That's about your inch of headspace. With jelly, you only need a 1/4 of an inch. Headspace is the amount of air that you leave in the top so that it allows the jar to actually seal. So, but put those in there, and then we will wipe the rims. That's one of the most important things to do. Wipe your rim. That way, it does not interfere with the sealing of it. But we're gonna get these here filled up.
Add that extra splash of lemon.
Okay, so with here, wipe up the rim real good. That way you know there ain't no spillage on it or nothing. And then you'll put your flats and your bands. And then they will go into the canner. So let's get these here all done up. But you can see I'm wiping them up here. And these here's your regular mouth lids. You can get different brands. This is probably the most common one people hear about. The regular mouth lid, it's what we call your flats. And those will go on top of the jar, and then we will put the bands. Anyhow, here's your band. See how it's flat? We call them flats. Or not bands, your flats or your lid. And you just set them right on top of here. And then you get your band and you put it on there. And then here is your band that goes on it, and it's finger tight, just right. And then it goes down into the canner. So let's actually get this on here. Yeah, so it's hot. Don't burn yourself. Hot jelly, hot jars. So make sure you thread it on there the right way, not get it on a crooked thread. But that's less likely to happen. There you are, finger tight, just right, straight to the canner. Okay, and you can see she's got it picked up with the canner there, and you just pop it right down in here. And then when this canner's full, we'll drop them all the way down. The water will be over the lid. Okay, as you can see, the basket there is full, so we're going to pop it down into the water. The water has to be over the lid of the jars, which you can see they all are. And then we'll put the lid back on, and then it's a 5-minute full rolling boil, which you can see it's already boiling good. So we'll set the timer for 5 minutes, and that will be the end of it, and we'll get them removed. Okay, 5 minutes are up, so she's reaching in there with the jar lifter. Pick it straight up out, dump that little bit of water off of it, and then it goes to the towel here. And then you can see we leave them setting on the counter here on a towel. That helps absorb the shock for the glass. Leave space right in between them, that way they get even airflow, cooling time. And then they'll start sealing. And then that is it. That is your violet jelly, which is very good, and it tasted like grapes today. This is the violet jelly, and we're going to get a taste tester here. Leland, isn't he adorable?
It's not bad.
What's it taste like?
Jelly.
Jelly. You're so helpful. Anyhow, look how pretty it is.